All right, go ahead and just give it a little juice. Big plume of smoke back there. Welcome back, fellow Roxorians. If you can tell by the smile on my face, I got what I needed, and it's sitting right over there. There's gonna be a few things I'm gonna go ahead and lay down on this video. One, this came right in the middle of me trying to burn that big brush pile, so I'm gonna try to keep this as organized as I can, but also without burning my whole hayfield down. So just stick with me on that. Let's see, I'm gonna try to do my best though. Okay, let me cover up my address here. Look at this. They came through for us. All right, let me unbox this thing and see what we got. All right, you guys, I just got the unboxing done. Got the tuned computer. That's funny. That's cool, man. They wrote WOODRAT V2 on it. That's cool. I got the boost valve and the hot tune. Okay, so let's go over everything real quick. I owe it to these guys to shout out to them. Adam, I think his last name is Pela, I don't know, Pela, with Roxor Performance, RXR Performance .parts. I'll put it on the screen. You guys know about my UPS issue with my tune getting lost in cyberspace. Some granny got it with her order of peanuts. So I reached out to him, told him, which it wasn't his fault. It wasn't nothing to do with the tuning company, nothing to do with the company at all. And he was just as bummed as I was. This guy went out of his way. This was his last available one. By the way, this is one of the only companies, I think it is the only company that will ship you a pre-tuned one, but they're currently out. So don't hold me to that. Don't get mad if you try to do it or whatever. It was basically like you send in a core. So like you made the payment of $900 and something, and then they went ahead and shipped you one. And then you send in the core, and if you don't send in the core, you don't get the refund. You know how that works. But I think they're limited on how they can buy these. Like you can't buy these anywhere. That's why I was so depressed and bummed about my ECU getting lost. So this guy had one spare, and he tuned it and sent it out to me as soon as he could. So props to him, man. They took care of me. Big deal. So have to say thank you to you guys for that. Trying to think of anything else. Oh, here we go. Before we get into the video, you're gonna all enjoy, and this is gonna be worth you listen to me talk like this. So they're running a discount code. Now is the time to tune, I promise you. It's WOODRAT, all caps. I don't know if the caps matter or what, but if you get a tune, now mind you, I don't think you can do the core where you send it in and get one at the same time. You're gonna have to ship it off and wait for it to come back. WOODRAT, for any tune on their site, $100 off of your tune. So if you're in the market for a tune right now is the time to get one. Have to make sure when that's going to go live. I just sent him a message to see, but just keep trying it or whatever. I want to go ahead and get this information out here so you can prepare. Just be looking at their site and everything. I'll like I said, I'll put it on the screen, and hopefully you had it wrote down or already Googled it or whatever by now. So let's get to it. Let's go ahead and put this thing in. All right. So the computer ECU is in. If I didn't show you in the other video, or you can't find any videos online on how to remove this, you simply pop this up, and that like releases it, unlocks it, and then you have 4 bolts, one right here, one right there, and then it's just a square pattern. You'll find them easy. You have a ground wire that's connected to this one right here, and then it just pops out. That's the only thing holding it. So there's that's locked in. and then the boost valve. This was the hardest part about all of it, okay? Let's see if I can get it right there. When I'm centering in the screen right now, I put a hose clamp on it because those little clips like this one are a pain. I hate them. That's the worst thing about this, really, is just being able to get to it. Other than that, I mean, it wasn't so bad. You just got to have the right tools. I mean, I started with a pair of pliers. I ended up using these more than anything, but these didn't really work because they're kind of curved. You really need like some straight, whatever you want to call them. They're thicker on both sides. I just don't know where mine's at. So what we're about to do is fire it up and see how it goes. So for that, I'll put you on the tripod over here somewhere and you can get a good cold start. I mean, this is, no, it's not like physically cold outside, but engine cold, been sitting for probably 2 weeks now. So let me cut it up. Okay, so right off what I noticed, and I don't know if it's because of cold start, but I can hear the turbo more. The boost valve, I don't know if I've told you already in this video, but it increased the boost pressure from 9 to 16 psi. So that's a 7 psi increase. Like, what is that, like 80% increase over stock? So that's a huge deal. The power specs, let's talk about power. I'm trying not to take too long. I know you guys want to see this thing rip in my impression. I have no idea yet, by the way. I haven't even ran it. Stock, this information is on rxrperformance.parts. They got it on their site. They dyno tested. Stock, it puts down at the wheels 52 horsepower, I think is what it was, and like 119 foot-pounds of torque. And you know, Roxor, they advertise the engine power. They don't tell you what it's like after it goes to the drivetrain, and it's 62 horsepower and 144 foot-pounds of torque. This tune, they advertise as 100 horsepower, and I think like 219, 220 or something foot-pounds of torque at the wheels, maybe 240. I can't remember. You can look it up, but you can go ahead and assume and translate that if this was on scale, like just crank engine power, it's probably like 120 horsepower and 270, 280 foot-pounds of torque. That's just my roundabout guess. I'm pretty sure I'm close. But you're getting into like power of vehicles on the road with this thing. So what I do want to do is I want to rev it up and make sure that that hose holds right there. And make sure that hose don't blow off and that I have it secured well enough on there. So let me do that, and then we'll get to the videos and impressions of me driving this back. All right, I got my dad driving so I can video and get his reaction on this. All right, go ahead and just give it a little juice. Big plume of smoke back there. What do you think?
Got a lot more power.
We're just gonna do like probably up to about 30 or 40 with him shifting and see. Oh man, I know y'all can't tell hardly on video, but let me stop this and get my hat and we'll resume the video. Go ahead and do a few shifts. Let's see that. right, so we're out here. I got him on like a little straightaway right here. What we're gonna try to do is let y'all hear the turbo cough, the wastegate, and see if you can hear it on camera. It sounds awesome. It sounds like a stupid, just a diesel truck. All right, let me get him to take off. If this thing was properly geared, it would be nuts. All right, so I want you to just do like some power shifts to that curb and then come back. All right, ready, go. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. Once again, I don't know if you can tell on this video, I haven't seen much videos of one tuned. I guarantee you this one lifted with the big tires on it. I'm sure the wheels and tires weigh 100 pounds each. I bet you it would outrun a stock one within just a couple seconds. I mean, it's unbelievably powerful. It's almost like I was watching him shift a while ago. I thought he was going to blow the engine up and he was only half pedal. I mean, it's just the way it sounds from the exhaust and everything. It sounds like a diesel truck. It's absolutely insane. So here he comes now. All right, guys, time for the review slash thoughts about this tune. 100% worth it. If you want more power, here's the thing, okay? I'm a freak about tuning diesel trucks and all that. I've had a Duramax, this Cummins here. I love it. I love everything about it. I'm obsessed with it. But for whatever reason with the Roxor, I was just like, you know, whatever, it's fine. I don't need to mess with it. Then Adam with RXR Performance reached out to me and hooked us up with this tune, and I can't believe, I should believe, but I can't believe how much of a difference this tune makes on this thing. Unbelievable. If you're questioning by any means what, if it's worth it, how much it does, is it different, crazy. So the main things I noticed were, if you have a Roxor, you already know this. I hope I can relate to you a little bit. When you get up to about third gear, when you press the gas, it's just kind of a turd. I mean, you still have throttle and it's not going to stall out on you, but it just kind of dies. That's where I see most of the improvement. I'm not saying it doesn't improve any of the other gears. This thing in first gear, keep in mind, once again, I'm going to remind you guys, this is not geared properly. This is still 373 gears with 35s. And these tires are about, tires and wheels, I would have to say probably 100 pounds each corner of this thing. And it moves them like nothing. I mean, I can only imagine what this is like on a stock Roxor or anything, 31-inch tires, 33s. Unbelievable amount of power. That first gear will throw your head back in the seat. That's no joke. It feels like a V8 gas vehicle up until third gear. You will start noticing a little bit like slugging off in third gear. But once again, this needs 456 gears to be even competing on stock tire to gear ratio or whatever, however you want to say that. So my opinion and review and thoughts is based on completely outgunned by gearing. So just go ahead and amplify that if you had the right gearing with this thing. So why did I go with them to begin with? One, from the get-go, I've liked their site. It's very user friendly. It's easy to tell where you're going or what your product you're getting, and their description and pictures. Everything is right there and easy to do. Two, obviously, customer service. Before this even happened, way back from the start when I was waiting on a lift kit, I was looking forward to the RXR Performance lift kit. The only reason why I didn't get it is I kept calling and seeing if they were available, and they were having issues with their supplier or whatever. So it was a matter of me not being able to wait, and I went with the Hattiesburg. Nothing wrong with Hattiesburg. I'm completely fine with it. Still happy with it. But from way back when I called Adam, he was talking to me about gearing and everything else. How the posies and what he recommended on them. This guy builds diesel trucks, mud trucks. They're in Florida. He races I think it's a white Duramax. I forgot the name of it. He tunes, specializes in all this stuff. This isn't his first rodeo. These guys know what they're doing. And just from my experience, I'm completely pleased. This man did not have to do this. His company did not have to do this for me. I'm sitting here with a computer from someone else's shop that they had on standby on their shelf. So, you know, I mean, could have just said tough luck, whatever, you know, try to find one for Mahindra somehow. But immediately, whenever I put out that other video about UPS, the next day he had sent that out. So it took about 3 days to get here, something like that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I would definitely recommend them. I'm not saying anybody else is bad. I'm just saying from my personal experiences, you know, I don't sit here and play stuff off and talk crap whenever it's not necessary, and talk everything up and my stuff's the best and everything else. This is the truth. It's pretty crazy. I'm almost scared that it's going to start twisting the drive shafts and U-joints and stuff. I know those front ones are weak down there, but we already talked about that. Waiting on axles now, and yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna go try to upload this for you guys to see tonight. I know a bunch of you guys are waiting on it, and hopefully we'll figure something out about the next video. I got a few ideas, and maybe we can try them out. It's gonna take me a little bit to get off, so we'll catch you next time.